I feel so bright, I feel so gifted, I feel so high, I feel so lifted. By my side is where you're sitting, in my life is where you fit in, yeah. I never thought that I would get this far. I wanna drive around in the nice cars, I wanna forget about my scars and just have a good night. I smoke something down, I drink something down. I'm feeling it now, I'm feeling it now. I could say it out loud. When I see you, my heart goes whoa. So bright, I feel so gifted, I feel so high, I feel so lifted. By my side is where you're sitting, in my life is where you fit in. I feel so bright, I feel so gifted, I feel so high, I feel so lifted. By my side is where you're sitting, in my life is where you fit in, yeah. I never thought that I would get this far. I wanna drive around in the nice cars, I wanna forget about my scars and just have a good night. I smoke something down, I drink something down. I'm feeling it now, I'm feeling it now. I could say it out loud. When I see you, my heart goes down, 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 down. I could say it out loud. Down, 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 down. Say it out loud. Down, 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 down. Say it out loud. Down, down, down. I could say it out loud.
Hey guys, welcome to our yeah. Man, I'm already messing up. It's late guys, but we're starting our Overwatch cast for the night. It is Arcadia versus CCSU. The map is gonna be Lijiang, and it's gonna be a really tight one because Arcadia, 16th seat, we're up against the top seat in the league right now, CCSU Blue. So this is going to be quite the series, and we're here on Lijiang. Right now we're in a pause, so yeah.
Yeah, currently paused, waiting to see the games go underway, but we can see actually the team compositions that both teams selected before the game went to a pause. So I'm not sure actually if these are correct, but I can see an Echo being picked on the side of Arcadia right now, along with the ball, but it seems like that might be an error as now we're loading in on Ilios.
We're
So
on Ilios now,
scratch that. No Lijiang
Um,
Tower, going to Ilios.
and that was
Arcadia.
not on purpose. It's still supposed to be Lijiang.
All right, so going back to Lijiang, never mind.
Now
Scratch
it's
the scratch.
Nepal, and we're back to Lijiang. All right,
It's late for everybody, honestly.
bunch of F's in the
Casters,
chat.
players, everybody's getting ready here as finally we're gonna load into Lijiang Tower here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It
Deja vu.
looks like they got a It looks like they accidentally set up the wrong game mode.
Okay.
Potentially they put up the scrim code instead of the match code. Easy mistake to make, happens. Not as much as you would think, but often enough to mention it.
Yeah, whatever issue happens is done, and we have crossed that hurdle, gotten over it, and now we are loading into the game. You can see both team compositions here hopefully are correct. It looks more standard this time around. Nothing too crazy, I think, coming out. I do like the Winston pickup here for CCSU Blue, along with the Junkrat, and actually Winston gets switched away just like that to a more standard Zarya Rein. But yeah, both teams bringing out the Zarya Rein for the tank rolls. I do like the Symmetra as well for the side of Arcadia. And as soon as I say that, Caster's Curse again gets switched to Reaper. Wow, I can't say anything.
They were looking for that quick rollout using the turret, but Latcher kind of putting it really close to the spawn.
Yeah, already getting a lot of damage onto the Reaper here. Fighting over this initial point, opening up in 5 seconds. Zarya alone here on the side, getting a lot of damage down. Latcher falling low. Actually, the big double kill going over to CCSU Blue. Right when the point spawns, they're going to cap that one pretty easily and go for the absolute almost team ace there. Pushing Arcadia way back into their spawn, and wow, this is utter dominance in the first few seconds of the game.
Yeah, once CCSU took the main area of that point and had the high ground, this point is all about being able to set up your Junkrat in a powerful position, get that spam in, hold chokes with your Rein Zarya, and just control the space rather than picking up kills. And so once you have control of that, yeah, your team can follow up on it.
Oh my, High Noon picking up 2 there from the big juice. Evolution gets a boop off the side of the edge, and oh my gosh, the kills will not stop flowing for CCSU Blue. Mulan waves to the enemy team inside her base, but it is looking very grim for the Knights here on the first map. Unable
Evolution's
to really
lurking,
spawn.
trying to get a boop.
Yep, great movement there by the Lucio, very cool. Wall riding right above his death. Arcadia's trying to find a way to push into this choke, but it's really not working. Mighty Duck falling so low, Kojo falling as well. A couple kills come out. Here comes the Earth Shatter, dropping 2, pinning 1 support. The glitch from CCSU Blue. Finally, the kills come into the Knights, and they can try to finally take this point, I mean to say. So, nice coordination in there. Ultimate's landing.
Ball comes out, but how much can he stall for progress?
His best to stall this point out. The High Noon comes out from Pluto. Only getting 1, not even getting the Lucio there. Finally, the stun grenade will pick him up, and another kill onto the Lucio actually with the nade too. Wow. And finally, the point swings for the way of the Knights.
Yeah, Knights in final fight territory here. If they lose one fight, that could just be the point right here.
Yeah, 10%, and then unable to hit the touch with the overtime. They need to try to hold this. Coalescence comes out. A bunch of ultimates come out in response. Reaper goes in the back line. Nobody really notices, right onto the back, but picked up by the shift there. Nice try. A lot of ults getting blown, kills going back and forth, and all in all, I think Arcadia comes out on top of it.
All they used there was the Shatter and the Coalescence, two very fast building ults. We have a pause.
Yeah, after that fight, something did not feel right, I guess. If you're not doing well, I guess you just force the pause. But yeah, we can see here, Earth Shatter is up for CCSU.
Wait,
along with
are there no
ultimate.
There's no health packs?
Oh no. That would be an issue.
I'm getting worried there are no health packs.
So
on
maybe
this map.
This is a slight warm up, you could say.
Wow. It wasn't supposed to be, but I did see earlier people going like, "Ah, that was a warm up map, joke," when they first loaded it wrong.
Yeah, I think they still have not got the settings right then, and that would probably disqualify this map.
And now, the Knights coach is now the owner of the match, so he can fix everything.
Shout out to Coach Franklin.
Yeah.
Love him and everything he's done. I'm not sure if we have to remake the entirety of the map or we just play it how it is. I'm not super familiar with Overwatch competitive settings, so
right now they're taking a team vote on what they want to do, because so what it says here is we can continue or restart, or technically you can force the forfeit for this map. So pretty much Arcadia could just take this map for free, because they set it up wrong and did that. From a strategic standpoint, honestly, I'd take it because one, it's a free map, and two, they looked really dominant on it to start. Arcadia only got through it after. Yeah, then they're going to take the map win.
All right. Hey.
So
Knights going up 1-0.
So that was a really quick Li Zhang.
Yeah, at the end of the day, we just played the fights better and came away with the win. Going up 1-0 here as we transfer over to Busan. A little bit of an issue there, but a dub is a dub, and we're going on the map too.
It's playoffs. You're up against the number 1 seed. Originally, Arcadia could have just kind of had them forfeit because this is not the normal time for the match. Both teams agreed on this one when CCSU tried to reschedule.
Okay.
But as a team, we all agreed, let's not be kind of assholes about it, and let's actually play the match out.
Yeah, keep it PG, but I respect the sportsmanship.
Yeah, but when you're offered a map because they can't set up the match right, they've gone 5 wins in a row.
Yeah.
And they've done fine setting up the match there. So obviously there was no ill intent, I would hope.
Yeah, it makes
but
sense.
they haven't played a match in about 3 weeks. So maybe they're a little rusty going into it. But what happened. Arcadia took the win there. I'm not going to complain.
Yeah, I don't think anybody should complain. That's unfortunate for CCSU Blue, but they definitely seemed a little rusty in the setting up department of being the host, and that did cost them the first map. I will say they looked absolutely dominant, besides that sort of one team fight that usually happens in Overwatch after you expend a lot of your team's ultimates. The other team can sort of bounce back and win a team fight, but it looked like they were pretty much going to secure that map, so very fortunate for the Knights there to pick up a 1-0 lead off of a technical issue.
Yeah. So it's looking like they picked Rialto.
Escort map. What do you think about that, Maxwell?
Yeah. This one's definitely going to give their Lucio a whole lot of fun because there's all these great rivers and places for Lucio to get environmental kills, as we
Mhm.
saw on Li Zhang. He really wanted to get those and was doing a great job getting them. It's also got a great access for snipers who can just kind of take tons and tons of angles. There's lots of high ground. This is definitely a map where we're probably going to see Arcadia's poke comp, where you got your Ash and Hanzo coming out together, double sniper.
Yep. Yeah, Ash Hanzo seems to be something I've seen them play before, and it has worked well for them. So I'm interested as well. I think the Knights also seem to be more of an escort map, from what I've watched. May or may not be wrong, but I think that they work a lot better with sort of the pacing of following the payload and or fighting around the payload. I think we seem to have a little bit more issues with like pushing choke points to control maps or something like that. So I think usually the first map being control, we kind of come out slowly and more often than not lose that first map being control. But as we get to escort and hybrid, it seems we sort of pick it up and turn it around. So maybe this technical issue actually worked out a lot better for the Knights than we thought, because they kind of got a free pass on one of the map or sort of objective types that we struggle with a lot more than usual. So
Yeah, this A team very strong when they can push a payload. They play around it so well. They've almost always have 3 on cart, moving it quickly while still holding pressure ahead of it, so the other team can't contest it, slow it down, or anything like that.
yeah, I think they're also a very momentum based team. So that coincides really well with an escort type map. If you're doing well, you're moving forward. And the more you move forward, the better, more momentum you have. And they seem to play off of that very well and just push the cart, from 0 to 3 instantly. Occasionally they do hit roadblock, as everything else in Overwatch, right? But I think usually they play a lot better on the escort maps. So I'm excited to see how they play in game two. Game one looked really scary, I will say, at the beginning, couple of seconds, but yeah, right when we were turning around, we had this pause, so we didn't really get to see the full end of the match. We'll truly never know. But finally, here we are into game two. Rialto loading up. We'll see what teams going to look for in their compositions. I expect a much more aggressive style, probably, from CCSU, and like you said, probably the poke composition coming out from the Knights. As
Yeah,
just like you projected, there it is.
Yeah, Knights looking really good, really practiced on this composition. As we know, Pluto on the Ash, pretty much, I think, accepted to be his signature hero at this point.
Yeah, comfort hero.
Mulin always really comfortable on the Mercy, so those two work really well together, where she can get the damage boosts on Ash when needed, but also keep the rest of the team healed up.
Yeah, I also really like the Sigma pick coming out of here for the Mighty Duck. Usually he's on the Reinhardt, but I think the Sigma can bring a lot to the table, especially with the movable barrier. But we'll see how it goes as their first round of defense kicks off now. A lot of poke coming out from the Hanzo immediately onto the shield.
It's a really interesting composition that CCSU is running with the Winston Reinhardt.
Yeah, two tanks you don't often see paired together, and this Winston's already doing a great job of sort of breaking up the line that the Knights have set up on that high ground. And while Winston's sort of diving, I think Reinhardt's holding it down. Wow, really nice play there from the McCree to take out Pluto on the high ground. Hanzo actually answers back there. Nice snipes from Latrick. Reinhardt picking up a kill for himself onto Kojo. So 2 for 1, and here goes Winston into the back line, looking to dive, get some pokes. This Widowmaker is also causing a lot of problems for Latrick here.
He's completely out of position there.
Yeah, caught in a bad location, and that might be the first point already going over to CCSU. Yep, there it is, just like that. And strange compositions are actually working very well for them. Like I was trying to say, the Widowmaker is laying a lot of poke down from a safe distance. The Winston's diving you. The Reinhardt's shielding all the members on the cart, and you have a Soldier 76. Look at that. Just getting the 1v1 on the Pluto there, just as a regular dive. The Roadhog unable to land the chain there.
Yeah, with the Reinhardt, he can keep the pressure on the point really strong, while Winston is super strong against a poke comp like this, because you don't really have the close range pressure that you need against that, except, of course, with your Roadhog. The scrap gun is the one thing that this Winston needs to worry about.
Winston popping on the backline does get picked up there by Pluto. J-Bram hits another shot onto Crusher 99 in the back line. Roadhog looking to make some picks. Not going to find them. Pluto on the stairs trying to make something happen. Throws the dynamite. A lot of damage on the Zenyatta. It's forced to ultimate. Here comes the Earth Shatter though. A lot of members taken out. Sigma forced to ultimate in response. Bob is able to be coming out. He will show up, but Ash gets taken out from Dr. Phil. And just like that, the second point gone. Wow. It seems like they're skirmishing a lot, but the whole time they're skirmishing, the payload will not stop chugging, and they cannot stop their forward progress.
Yeah, ultimates coming online for Arcadia. That's what brought them back into the game last time. So they're going to need to take a really good fight with these without spending too many.
Yeah, interested to see where this nano goes as well. Roadhog taking a little snooze. Here comes the charge from Reinhardt. Not going to pin.
The nano visor coming out.
Yep, shot here for CCSU Blue. A lot of kills going over to the Big Juice with the nano visor. Electric picking up one in response, but it's just not enough. Pluto trying to 1v1, not going to happen. And look at this. So many members of the Knights are dead. They're trying to fight over this last payload. They're coming out of base. Here comes the ball. Classic stall ball. Trying to buy time for his team.
Yeah, Kojo and his signature hero trying to keep this game still running.
Within grasp, yeah. The Widowmaker in the back, though, laying down a lot of damage. Picks up pressure on 9 again. Picks up the ball as well. Pluto gets a kill, but payload is going to be moving ever so slightly. There it is. Round complete with so much time on the clock.
4 minutes and 34.
Yeah, that was an absolute speed run for the CCSU Blue team.
Yeah, they managed to hold so much pressure on the card that there were only 3 fights in that entire match.
Yeah, pretty much. And the entirety of the time, the Winston was 1v1ing everybody, diving and staying alive for so long. And as he was doing that, the Widowmaker kept constantly picking the support heroes for the Knights. And there's nothing really anybody could do to stop that from happening. Just nice headshots, nice snipes coming out from the Widowmaker. And easily amused Winston seems to be a big problem. So I'm interested to see now, with the roles reversed, what the Knights are looking to do here to match that pace of the fast escort push.
Pluto picking up a Widowmaker of his own, probably looking to take the duel, but they don't have any snipers this time. They're just going to run a, I don't know, the Hog. The Hog was classic for a little while, but we haven't seen it in quite some time. So
yeah, Orisa is a hero that I've not really seen too often nowadays. Maybe looking to just set up some shields on the high ground and use Genji to disrupt the backline with a nice Ana Lucio support system to sort of back it all up. Here we go.
So the way Arcadia needs to push into this is they need to be very patient. The shields for Marissa aren't going to last very long against a comp like this, so they just need to stay safe, focus down these shields, get a couple picks, and then they can clean up.
Oh, the hook onto the Roadhog, trying to drag them off the side of the bridge, is going to connect there. Nice hook from Dr. Phil there. You can see the Lucio was hanging out really high on this building and is causing a lot of issues here for Pluto and Mulan. The Widowmaker unable to take him out. Wow, actually gets picked up from the soldier.
Oh, the Mercy, can she get him?
The Battle Mercy not going to happen, and Lucio winning the 2v1 along with a couple rockets. Dr. Phil getting another environmental kill onto the Mighty Duck. This is a disaster for the Knights.
Yeah, they're holding this bridge using a bunch of CC abilities, and it is kind of disgusting.
Yeah, they're using the environment so well. The Orisa shields are making sure not much damage from the Knights can connect. They don't really have the right tools, and Lucio is putting on way more of a disruptive threat than I thought in the back line of the Knights.
And they need to play so careful across this bridge, because Lucio can just come in across a building, and get like a 3-man boop. It wouldn't be the first time.
Yeah, or the Roadhog hooks seem to be a big of an issue. There he is, comes flying in. He's hanging out on top of these buildings. I can't believe it. Here comes Genji in the backline as well. Oh, what a snipe there from Latrick. Takes care of that guy, but Lucio is dipping and dodging. Yeah, Soldier gets a kill on the Kojo. It seems like a lot of people want to push for the Knights, but as soon as they start to go, a couple members of the Knights get distracted by this Lucio flying around. And here comes some kills for the Knights now. One for Mighty Duck and one for Pluto. Lucio drops down, gets picked up by Pluto. This could be a big opening here for the Knights. The ultimate comes out from Hanzo. Pressure 99 along with that Roadhog go busting into the building and get some more kills. And finally, the Knights can push the payload.
Yeah, they finally got the payload moving, and what they need to do is not get caught by this Bastion. I know Latrick saw it, so the whole team should know by now. But if this Bastion can just set up somewhere they don't know about, then he can just bow them down, get tons of value, and just stop this push.
Yeah, they got the nice sleep onto the Soldier there. Not sure if it resulted in the kill, but a lot of 1v1s here. Lucio getting a kill 1v1. Now the Sigma's having a duel. The Mighty Duck will win that one.
They need to play back for a little bit, get their respawns, which it looks like they have, and then push in as hard as they can. They need to keep this Bastion from getting value and take advantage of their numbers.
Yeah, already doing a lot of value. If I say so myself. Evolution actually falls off the map by himself.
It's a 4v6 right now if they push in quick.
Yeah, they have to know. The hook not going to land there, unfortunately. Bastion's still getting a lot of value. Roadhog no shield to keep him safe. He's now behind. He has Reinhardt alone. 1v1 pops the ultimate. Will he get the kill? He does. Soldier now also falling. Kojo gets a 2v1. Gets picked up by Sigma, but it might be enough. Bastion now falls. Here comes a big sleep.
Yeah, the momentum is there. So
yeah,
they should have this point if they can kill this Sigma and not let him touch.
Yeah, the classic Knights momentum seems to be working out here. Dr. Phil doing what he can. Oh my gosh, Reinhardt is blasting him back into the fight. We do have the ultimate from Sigma. There it is. Gonna drop Reinhardt down. Gonna get the kill. Just one, but
Bastion coming in with his ult.
A lot. The timer, however, is ticking out. It is overtime. They need to touch this payload.
Pluto doing what he can.
Yeah, nice shots here coming down. The res from Mulin, keeping the team alive. All right, that's a lot of kills. That should be the touch, and there it is.
They can get a big stack on this Reinhardt.
Yeah, Reinhardt just a little late there.
Kojo on the ball, looking for the duel. Bites off a little more than he can chew, so he backs out.
Yeah, that seems to be the end of the fight, as everybody starts to regroup now. Kojo going back to the Roadhog.
The Bastion going to the Torb.
Yeah, Torbjorn getting picked up as well as Brigitte. Pretty interesting there. Everybody on the
big
tie
dragon.
down there.
That's
oh my
huge.
Gosh, Latrick
Perfectly placed. He saw them all stack up, and he just said, okay, if you're going to stand there, I'm going to put a dragon.
The Torb turret putting Latrick a beating, and the rockets from Soldier will pick the rest up. Kojo landing a nice hook there, but Torbjorn along with Soldier actually going to win that one, unfortunately, and despite the massive dragon, I think the Knights have to regroup.
The damage players on CCSU just carrying that fight.
Yeah, the big juice on Soldier has been a consistent issue. Really nice rockets as well. And the Torbjorn turret doing more than I expected. So the payload's in kind of an awkward position here. It looks like the Knights are going to try to go to the high ground and fight CCSU Blue one-on-one. Team run team, I guess I should say. We do have a couple ultimates up, and by a couple, I just mean Bob, but the Mighty Ducks Sigma ult is on the way. Here comes Bob, right at the Torb turret, almost taking it out. Torbjorn's turret now down, and a little bit more damage on Torbjorn. Look at this evolution. And Roadhog getting kills back and forth. Pluto now gets one. The Big Juice's ultimate is popped. Soldier trying to auto-aim. A lot of damage on the payload here. Back and forth. Roadhog's Sigma ult is up. Can he get there in time? Hook from the Roadhog right back, but unfortunately picked up before he can use it.
Yeah, and these late picks mean Arcadia can't push in quick enough.
Yeah, they have
so
to
this is the final fight, and CCSU is going to be at all 6 members They're going to have the better positioning.
Electric does pick one there. That is big. 10 seconds left on the clock. They still have the Sigma ultimate along with the Roadhog ult. The Roadhog ult is popped for CCSU. Blue a big sleep there as well. Oh my gosh. Nice play there. Here comes the Sigma ult to try to get the members off the point. They will touch. It is overtime. Ult from Kojo will pick up the kill onto Torb. They need to get more here though. It's not going to be enough. The Sigma ult popped. Chain not going to connect. Ite ult popped as well, but they're just too far from the point. It's going to be an overtime fight as soon as the members of CCSU come up and group up again. It's going to be bad. Here comes the wolf.
Could be a big dragon.
Their dragon
it separates
does not have that.
You're cut in half. Arcadia can push in now.
Trying to push in, yeah. Nice positioning from Pluto here, up on the high ground, but actually gets picked up by the Genji. Another one for the Genji. Mulan trying to res Pluto, but Genji's just going on a tear. Crusher 99 picked up again. Big Juice gets one. Everybody getting one from the side of CCSU Blue, and that is map 2 going over to them.
Yeah.
Wow.
The series now 1-1. So we're going into a hybrid next. Most likely, this is gonna be a King's round, just because all players everywhere love King's Row. That was an insane shutdown.
Yeah, that was a nice shot by Pluto here. Oh, very nice shot there under the Lucio flying in. Nice play of the game, but unfortunately not gonna win the map for them. So yeah, 1-1 here. I will say that was quite a performance on the attack from the CCSU Blue. Pretty much unstoppable. You know, did not have one single fight that really slowed them down. Every time that Arcadia took a fight with them, you know, kind of went even, or they lost the fight a little bit, but they did not slow down the payload at all. So that was really decisive to see that difference in attack from both of these teams. And you know, I think the Knights had some really good openings and options. You know, with their hero selection and also the way they used their ultimates, but they were just not fast enough, and it really you know, was the deciding factor in that map.
Yeah, and CCSU bringing out some really strange comps on that second map, and while sometimes that might not be the most optimal thing that you can bring out, in this case, Arcadia not knowing how to play around the weaknesses of CCSU's comp, and so they could just kind of do what they want, go in there and just have their way with the snipers, with these 1v1s on Winston.
Mm-hmm.
And looks like we're going to Volskaya. Assault, not hybrid.
Yeah, Volskaya, an interesting map as well. A lot more spread out between the two control points. That's typical of these assault maps. So I'm very interested to see how CCSU Blue plays on these types of maps, because it feels like they're a very, very strong kind of first point kind of team, you know, with their aggressive play. They play fast, and they take pretty much every opportunity they can take, and they push it as long as they can. You know, you give them an inch, they'll take a mile kind of thing. And, you know, it's easy to give up that first control point after a little bit of things start to slip. So I'm interested to see if they take the first point and it's kind of an easy second cap, or if it's more of a first capture into a second point, more of a slow dueling kind of phase. Because I think that's the style of usually how these maps turn out, or if it's just going to be an absolute, you know, quick speed run like their escort map was.
Yeah, Volskaya in particular, known for if you win the first fight on attack, you can almost always snowball that into the second one.
Mm-hmm.
But if Arcadia could win the first fight here on defense, their style of controlling the ultimate game, which we saw even on the escort map, where they didn't have ults until the end, so they just got rolled. But when on attack, they would shut down the enemy's ults really well, and they would get so much value out of theirs. You would see these 2Ks with the Roadhog, 3Ks with the Dragons. They get so much value out of their powerful abilities. Meanwhile, CCSU, they get most of their prowess in the game over just their general control of the map, their dominance in the 1v1s, and how much they'll win these early fights when both teams have less powerful abilities and they don't have any ults. So, especially on a map like this, Arcadia needs to take control quickly, or CCSU will probably just run away with it.
Yeah, I also I think that CCSU has a really tough time of letting themselves get picked off and to stagger their deaths when really there shouldn't be a reason for them to do that. So maybe that will play a little bit more into the Knights' favor here on the third map. But we are loading up here. Volskaya Industries going to be the third map. 1-1 in the series. We'll see how both teams want to play this. Pretty common. I think we saw it before. The Symmetra rush, either around the side or over the top, could be an option for the team looking to sneak the first point, and like you said, maybe snowball that into the second one quickly. And yeah, just like that, you can see J-Berm pulling out the Symmetra with the Bastion, along with the Sigma and Orisa. So this might be the strategy they're looking for. They have the Baptiste as well.
Okay, oh no.
Call it what you want, but...
Oh no. I know this comp. Okay, so what they're gonna do here. This is very disrespectful. What they're gonna do here is, when you've got Sim Bastion, 9 times out of 10, what you do is you set up a teleporter on the point, so your Bastion can sit on it and have 2 different spots that he will blink between, completely removing his immobility. Now you've also got your Sigma Orisa to put up double shields on him. You've got Immortality Field, you've got Res.
Yeah.
This is a complete Bastion pocket, giving him mobility on top of his ridiculous damage. What Arcadia needs to do is focus down the players around the Bastion before they can get to it.
Yeah, they're going right
in order
into
to do
the
that,
fight.
you need control of the map.
Yeah, they're just walking it right in on the high ground as this Bastion is just unloading onto this door.
You can see Kojo taking so much damage just from poking out for 2 seconds looking for a hook.
Every time you break a shield, there's just another one behind it.
Oh,
a big pick on the
Sim.
Sim here. Yeah, this could be big. Teleporter gets a little messed up. Pluto gets a kill. They're looking for a kill here in the high ground.
With the res on the Sim. But now they've got some control of this map. The Bastion is kind of pinned down until the Sim can set up a new turret. So they need to watch for that, because once he can move again, they need to completely reposition.
Yeah, you can see a lot of the members of the Knights are spread out around the back side of the point. It's a little bit interesting. They flip sides here, but that Bastion is, like you said,
Alright,
Bastion's
Bastion's down,
the pick, though.
and Res should be off. The Bob is going to keep any Mercy shenanigans from getting much value. This could easily be point A.
Yeah, Orisa falling solo. There it is. Pluto getting some more kills along with Pressure 99. Popping up on the scoreboard. The Simult comes out, but I don't know if it's going to be enough. The Revive coming out onto the Roadhog. Yulen doing what you can. J-Berm actually on the Symmetra getting a lot of kills in response. Look at this Orisa as well getting some damage. Kojo forced to pop the ultimate, but it's not going to be enough as Garbo actually on the Baptiste will pick up the kill. And wow, just when you thought the Knights were actually going to get that point, it goes in CCSU's way.
Yeah, they lost the Ana midway through that fight, and then the Sim coming back into the fight means so much damage that a Mercy just cannot heal. And although Arcadia played masterfully around the map here, controlling the space, avoiding the damage from the Bastion, still, sometimes all it takes is just a Sim fragging off, getting full charge on her beam to just turn the fight back around.
Yeah, the Simult was really nice as well. It gave herself and her team a little bit of space, and they were able to still pull out damage, and it really turned the tables of that fight. And now we're back to square one as the Big Deuce picks up one onto the Mighty Duck. They have to deal with this Bastion zipping around between the turrets. Seems to be one of CCSU's kind of favorite obscure tactics that just a lot of people don't have practice with. It was just focusing the Symmetric turret there. They finally do pick it up, forcing Bastion to run away.
But now he comes back with his ult.
Yeah.
Lots of burst damage.
Rockets are flying into these small corridors. Arcadia is just trying to focus these symmetric teleporters. Here comes the Sigma ult. There is an immortality field. Can he destroy it before the ult goes off? No. So unfortunately, nobody getting picked up there. The revive coming out to Kojo after he gets picked up as well. Sigma actually getting into the face of the members of the Knights, and they're taking a lot of damage here, even with the Mule and Mercy.
Yeah, this Sim gets
and
high charge and just they can run in and just rip apart Arcadia.
Yeah, this Symmetra is doing so much damage, as well as I saw the evolution on the Mercy getting a kill in the support battle as well. So yeah, CCSU just pushing the Knights all the way back to their base, making sure nobody can get a touch. Gojo's classic last second ball trying to make a difference, but it's not going to be fast enough. In round 1, no ticks at all going to the Knights. A basically flawless defense there for CCSU Blue. What a hard task. Oh, actually 52.4% capture. That is my mistake there, but still not able to get the first point does feel very bad for Arcadia.
Yeah, but here's the good news. If Arcadia can win these first few fights and stave off CCSU's hyper aggression, then they can just play the ult game, stagger out 1 or 2 ults each fight, build them as they go, and if they play that way, I could see them potentially holding long enough. This is an interesting comp CCSU is fielding right now. It's on attack, so nothing's set in stone yet, but
it's much more of the same, but instead of the double shields for the defense, it's the double dive for the offense.
Yeah.
And this seems to be much more of the composition that I was thinking before, when I realized they were not on attack but on defense. But in this case, it seems like they're going to try to teleport onto the point and use that Bastion to just teleport in behind and get a bunch of picks and basically just try to cheese out that first point capture before the Knights can really realize it. But I'm sure they've seen this many times before.
Shields.
Yeah, they have Reinhardt and Orisa now, so switching it up, just like you said. We'll see what they go for here as they approach the choke.
Yep, they've got the teleporter up top.
Yeah, there's the teleporter. Wow, what a snipe from Pluto right at the gate. They do get the
Symmetra. That's an easy res because of all these shields.
Yeah,
it does great though. So if Kojo can get the hook here and a kill, that would be huge.
Yeah, it seemed like the Knights knew what were coming, and they positioned very far away from the choke so that they could not get teleported behind. Kojo gets a little far ahead there. He will get picked up, actually. Oh, no, actually, that's just spectator switch. My fault. Thought he got killed there. Still alive, barely hanging on as members of CCSU are trying to sneak their way onto the point now. They're looking to get that first tick.
Oh, no. The Ant Matrix on the Bastion. This is where the snowball really gets difficult for the tanks to contest on the point. This
Bastion is just unloading through that thing, and now the first tick coming through. They just need a little bit more, and it might
big ante from Crusher 99.
The map, but, Bastion getting a kill, another one, a third, and that's probably going to be it. Yeah, the map goes over to CCSU Blue for map 3.
Oh, CCSU now up a map 2-1. Can Arcadia take this to a 5th map control?
Yeah, it's definitely going to be tough. I mean, CCSU, I mean, call it what you want. They're just been dominant. You know, their compositions and their strategies are definitely unorthodox, but J-Berm definitely has been able to, you know, show his value of his team and his play on all these champions. Honestly, all these heroes, I should say. Apologies.
Yeah, very clearly a super dangerous flex DPS.
Yeah, he's been putting in work no matter what hero he gets himself on. So it's going to be an issue. And just like I said, they seem to be very, very aggressive in their play and their strategy, and they have a plan and they stick to it, and it works. You know, most of the time. They do slip up every once in a while. I do think the Knights had a good job of disrupting, you know, sort of that Bastion teleport play that we saw earlier. And once the teleporter got taken out, they were able to get their picks and set themselves up. But even like we saw, after they do break this sort of aggressive strategy, just the mechanics and the sort of playmaking abilities of the remaining few members of CCSU Blue managed to like clutch it out even in a losing situation. So it's very impressive for them, and just goes to show why they're the #1 seed.
Yeah. So far undefeated in the ECAC league, and they're looking to keep it that way. Arcadia putting up a pretty decent fight there on Volskaya, looking pretty good with their control of the map on attack. Defense not looking as great mostly because of that playmaking ability of their members. And we're going to King's Row. Everyone's favorite. I'm seeing some rejoicing in the chat on both sides.
Yeah,
People
just like
really
you
looking
said,
forward to it. And
everybody is a Kings Row fan today.
yeah, we've seen Arcadia pull off some massive holds on the third point here, which they might just have to do based on how strong CCSU is on the attack.
Mm-hmm.
They might just need to build these ults and just run it back on third point. We've seen them hold for around 5 minutes against teams, but on the other hand, those teams not 5-0.
Yeah, that is very true. Yeah, I've seen a lot of great plays come out from the Knights on Kings Row. A lot of nice Earth Shatters sneaking around the corners, or nice snipe plays from a lot of these high points of verticality on Kings Row, be it attack or defense. So I'm very interested to see how this game goes. I think usually for the Knights, we struggle a little bit on the first control point, as typical, I would think, the way I see the team. But as soon as that escort payload comes out, something kind of clicks and we turn it on, and we can defend really well against it and or push really well with it. So I'm interested to see how they stack up against the CCSU Blue team, though. They're very dominant, very decisive. I feel like they always have a strategy, like I said before, that they just stick to, and it seems to work even if it's not the best one. So we'll see if the Knights have a bit better of a counter this time to whatever CCSU is going to throw at them. But here we go, loading up into map 4, Kings Row. Score is 2-1 CCSU Blue. Take it away, Maxwell.
Yeah, we do have a sub in for CCS Blue. Garbo coming off the support and Glitch coming in. This could potentially mean they're looking to stray away from the Mercy, which you haven't really... Never mind, keeping the Mercy on. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, it was a good idea, and yeah, I think they're putting Glitch on the Ana. I'm not sure if that was something they played before, much more of a Zenyatta Lucio kind of supportive player, so maybe they prioritize the Ana on the Kings Row, and they swap out one of the support players, kind of the 7-man roster kind of deal. But I am interested to look at J-Berm on the Mei, another hero that we have not seen yet.
A classic on Kings Row, first point. I'll often go on it myself, wall off this front choke. When one of the tanks pushes in, the team can just clean that up, and now it's a 5v6, and they can't push in anymore.
Yeah, very nice pick potential.
However, Arcadia does have a strat for avoiding this choke that they've got pretty well practiced, and it looks like they're going for it. They're going to work their way up around this hotel and jump out the window so the Mei can't wall them off. It does look like they got the
the window wall this time, but Pluto, it's a kill on the
Arcadia take the big kill on 2 of the most important members on that team. If they can avoid this Mercy res, which they don't, but they get another kill to make up for it.
Get another pick, exactly. They're just walking at CCSU Blue here. Another kill goes to Latcher. He is unstoppable. He is purple, but he gets the kill on the Mercy as well in the backline. A big threat.
10 health, Wizard.
Yeah, just kills everybody with these dual shotguns. The rest of the Knights follow forward, and that could be just the first point like that.
Arcadia looking really good, showing their knowledge of the map, avoiding the choke that the Mei is so strong on, and taking this first point. Now, as the ultimates start to build up, they can play the style that they're so strong at, and just work down the enemy using tactical abilities.
Yeah, they seem to sort of misplay their own pick. They may put the wall up, and the Reinhardt went in to try to get the pin, but he got himself killed. And now look at this. They're answering
big counter
back.
grab.
Yeah, they're answering back in a large way. They're getting upset, but it's actually turning back again. The Knights are going crazy. Kojo getting some kills here. Full charge.
Can he get the Zarya? She gets the Mega.
Zarya,
Full charge.
1v1. McCree actually doing a lot here for the side of CCSU. He goes diving into the Kojo, but gets himself picked up by Pluto. The Rez comes out and will revive him, but here comes the Mighty Duck. Can he put the shield up to block the High Noon? He will, but Easily Amused is going crazy. Latrick is looking to set something up. He has the Death Blossom. Will he go nuts with it is the question. Uh-oh. Reinhardt actually just catches him.
Saying hi to his
Yeah,
friend, and now they know where he is. It looks like the McCree is considering going up there with the Reinhardt, but now it's a 2v2. He gets the kill, and now Ash having to back off. They've got this Shatter in the back line. That's dangerous.
Yeah, a nice breakdown there from Lucio to stop that ultimate.
Big follow-up
Shatter,
Shatter, though.
Gosh, yeah, the Shatter actually just making that irrelevant, getting 3 kills, another one for Big Juice, cleaning up another, and wow. That's a lot of ultimates expelled, though, from the side of CCSU. So
Yeah, Arcadia using the 1 to try to counter it, but once that came out, CCSU having to commit more and more, not wanting to let this fight go.
yeah, Latrick is really hanging out in the upper decks of this hotel, looking for
Got
the Death Blossom.
flanking
Yeah.
High Noon, picks up Crusher.
One pick going over there from the High Noon. Nice job there from McCree. Oh my, J-Burn picking up 1, picking up 2 on the Widowmaker. It is an absolute problem. Ryan 1v1 will go to their side, and J-Burn punches Pluto in the back of the head to pick him up a 3rd. And wow, this Widow is an absolute issue.
Yeah, what I want to see is Arcadia move around the right side through the buildings, which it looks like they're doing. Take control of the high ground. Don't let their members who have access to these vertical movement take advantage of getting behind you.
Yeah, we're having a large close quarters fight as here comes Bob, goes storming down the hallway. A lot of damage coming out from the nanoed Ryan. He gets picked up by Latrick. Yeah, it goes absolutely crazy in that tight hallway.
But the respawns will be on the side of Arcadia. They can play this a little bit slower, just poke it out, and they should get through this choke.
Yeah, eventually they will have the respawn tempo advantage as they are attacking.
And their ults looking really good. Both tank ults, so they can control a lot of space with that.
Yeah, they have the Earth Shatter as well as the grab. Here comes the Shatter.
Gets
Picks
2
up a couple.
before the shield can get up.
Yeah, the grab does come out.
Counter grab, keeping them from following it up. What can Arcadia do here?
Double grab, actually, yep. Kojo picks up 1 on a Dr. Phil. This could be the pick they're looking for. J-Burm actually answering back, though, onto Crusher.
Yeah,
Kojo
he's in
gets
the
another.
back line. And they're okay. Latrick knows. He's on them.
Goes
Gets
right in front of the Widow and gets picked up himself, actually. Unfortunate. J-Burm picks up another. He cannot stop this Widowmaker. Nice shot there from Pluto to pick up 1 on the Mercy. Looking to fight. He does get the kill onto the Widowmaker. Very nice play there from Pluto, but he's caught in a weird situation. They don't really know he's here. Finally, the McCree will spot him out and forced to run away. He might get staggered. Yeah, just going to get himself killed there to regroup with his team. So nice shots there from Pluto, but results in really not much. As Knights forced to regroup and set up. They are so close to taking the 2nd point. Just need a couple more meters. Let's see if they can do it here with this last
and the McCree, once again, on a big flank around back. Probably looking to get another High Noon.
Instantly comes out to get the stagger kill onto the Mighty Duck. Wow, nice job there. McCree gets picked up by Crusher 99, but Glitch actually gets the kill onto Kojo as well. So the tanks, both of them get picked up, and the clock is slowly ticking down. Only 35 seconds left. About looks like they might only be 1, if not maybe 2 quick pushes left here for the Knights. Oh my gosh.
Mighty Duck taking so much headshot damage. McCree is in the back line, high ground. He is ready to do a High Noon, try to pick up some kills.
There it is. The High Noon comes out. The shield turns around,
the kill
but
on
Mulin is picked
so
up.
valuable here. Because that Moira is where you're going to get most of your healing. Lucio's here for the speed.
Yeah. Not much healing to come out.
And Mighty Duck get a game-saving Shatter. That's what it comes down to here. And he does! He gets 3!
Crazy, yeah.
Can they follow it up? Mercy picking up 2 kills from Evolution.
Yeah, the Battle Mercy's going crazy in the backline of the Knights, however. The res coming out as well. Newland needs to try to Coalescence, but unfortunately gets killed before she can get it off. Nobody's able to go touch the payload, and that is round 1 over with just a 1-0 deficit for CCSU Blue.
Yeah, Arcadia still pushing it very far, almost making it to the second point. So if they can hold this first point for long enough and then regroup and actually take a fight on second point, which is seen to be relatively rare on this map, teams will push up really far once they get the first point to try to avoid this the streets phase to even exist. But if Arcadia can continue to show their knowledge of this map, they can regroup and take a fight where they want it, and actually potentially even hold this map. And freaking CCSU, you see it, you know what I'm looking at.
Yeah, the Bastion seems to be their favorite comp.
There it is. And honestly, more dangerous than the Bastion, I think the Sim.
Yeah, the Symmetra, J-Berm Symmetra has been an absolute issue. No matter where it is, attack, defense, whatever.
Arcadia's showing they can play around a Bastion. They know how to avoid the sight lines, control the map, swarm around them, and then take control. But the Sim, once she's high charge, you don't play around her. She plays around you. And you just need to hope she doesn't have the mechanical ability to follow up all that damage. But J-Berm showing very clearly has that ability. Yeah. So what's going to come out here, I don't know.
Yeah, Pluto on the Widowmaker though, maybe able to get some picks.
They've got the Bastion up on the statue.
Yeah, a classic location for him. Oh, these Symmetra turrets are actually cooking a lot of members of the Knights. Nobody falling just yet. Big skirmish over this first point.
And nobody able to pressure this Bastion because of how open the point is. If you can look at the Bastion, he's looking at you.
Yeah, and he'll put out way more damage than you possibly could. As the weak point on his back is only exposed to the backside of those buildings. Fighting over this point still. Nobody falling.
Nano Winston going in.
Yeah. Here comes the Symmetra ult. Wow. Directing a lot of the members of CCSU from the damage. Bastion now on the ground. Immediately picks up Kojo as soon as he steps out from the hotel. The tank of Reinhardt also picked up as well. This is an absolute devastation from CCSU Blue, and Arcadia is just forced to back off and cut their losses. Wow, what
disaster. Both the healers got far spawn. Thankfully, that does mean that Lucio can help escort the Moira, get them both there a little bit quicker. But until then, Arcadia with 0 healing, they need to play really careful, because the Bastion's going to put damage into them no matter where they are. So they need to stay really safe so they can limit that damage until the healers get there to keep them a little bit healthier.
Wow, look at that cheeky spot for the Bastion. He gets Symmetra portaled up there. Here comes the Bastion ultimate as well. The grab will try to stop that. Nice immortality field to keep everybody alive. But J-Burn picks up 1 out of the Mighty Duck though. Latrick falls as well to the Winston. Gojo now forced to back up. A lot of ultimates coming out. Here comes the Sigma ult. Oh my. Gojo's picked up as well.
This could be the
Bastion picks
CCSU
up a double.
cleaning up.
Let's picking up one for herself. Oh yeah, almost a team ace. It will surely be the map here, as what an absolutely dominant performance from CCSU Blue. The Bastion.
Mighty Duck unable to touch. Can Kojo? He can, but he won't last long against this Bastion.
Yeah, it just gets ripped to shreds by the Bastion, and that'll be the series just like that. Wow.
Showing why they are the #1 seed, undefeated in ECAC.
Yeah, really just abusing that Bastion Symmetra combo, and nobody can really deal with it. It just seems to be such an impressive combination. If you don't really have the right things,
you see something like the Bastion coming out in lower tiers of gameplay where the players aren't as skilled. But CCSU, yeah, thank you.
No problem.
Showing that when you put some really mechanically talented players onto this composition, they can just put out so much damage and play smart enough that even when you have such knowledge of the maps and such discipline as Arcadia has showed, you can still overcome that with just mechanical ability, raw damage, and playmaking ability that these comps give you. So showing why even these considered to be lesser strategies can be executed so well by a team with as much ability and talent as
CCSU.
I got it. CCSU
Yeah, there you go.
has on their roster.
Yeah, exactly. And I think it's not really more of the Bastion, it's more of the team around the Bastion, right? It's about how you can have a lot of mechanically strong players working together to constantly have shields. You're rotating shields between Orisa, Sigma. You have Symmetra teleporting the Bastion around. You're helping the Bastion with your Symmetra ultimates or other ultimates. You're rezzing the Bastion if things happen. Basically, all of the weak sides of this hero that really make it a problem are neutralized by the rest of your team playing really well, and then you can only have the absolute plus sides of that hero pick. So I think that is really the telltale sign of a true good team, good synergy there of your hero selection, and making it so that you're kind of putting all of your eggs in one basket, yes, but you're making it so that your team has real no downside if everybody plays correctly. So it's an interesting strategy, and I think they played it to near perfect execution there, and it's tough to deal with. It's really tough.
Yeah, and the scariest part is Bastion isn't the playmaker. Bastion holds the sight lines and just absorbs so much CC, so much pressure that because you have to focus on him. But
Yeah.
meanwhile, you've got this Sim putting out all this damage. She's moving around, she's chunking down your tanks, but you can't turn your attention to her because you've got this Bastion who's just putting out so much damage, controlling the space. So them taking so much advantage of the comp, as you said, and playing it so well. This is not a notch to Arcadia. The fact that they played around the number one team as well as they did, they may not have won a map via the game itself.
Yeah.
But in the maps that we did see them play, the discipline they showed playing around such a talented team, the way they took these fights, the way they got value out of their ultimates, showing that they're not the team they were last year when they weren't getting as many wins. This is a completely disciplined roster that knows what they're doing, and that's just super impressive.
Yeah, I think they definitely have played at a much higher caliber than we've usually seen from them. And, despite, like you said, not being able to get a true map win, all the maps were very close. I think CCSU Blue had a couple dominant performances in short terms of the map, but it was never an absolute stomp. And, the Knights were able to find their footing in a couple of these situations and make it a lot more closer than we usually expect. So it was a great series, and I'm happy to be able to watch it. Unfortunate we unable to advance and take the win there, but still a great Overwatch to watch, and I'm happy to experience it.
And we do have an interview. We've got the player Pluto coming in, so we'll get to hear any thoughts from him, how they feel they did. But despite taking the loss, once again, showing and the Mighty Duck, so we're getting a double feature 2-for-1 interview.
Very nice.
Getting the hit scan player and the main tank, so really exciting stuff.
Yeah, excited to see how they feel about that, and how they feel about the performance in all from this series. It was definitely a weird one. So
It's the
slowly
team
but surely.
Hello.
Right.
Welcome.
So
interview.
we have for you the Mighty Duck and Pluto here on the interview.
Instant introduction.
The two people. Double interview today.
Welcome, gentlemen.
Yeah.
Thank you for joining us.
Hello.
Yo, hello.
So there's obviously an elephant in the room that we do need to
The
address.
forfeit.
Yes, it is
The fact that
the
Arcadia University is the only team to get a map up on CCSU.
Honestly, it's
Wait,
all
so not only are they 5-0
No
now,
longer
6-0,
undefeated.
they had not lost a
Lost
single
single-
map
I
either.
think that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Wow.
So we were the
Wow.
only
We're the
team
only ones.
to get a map up on
Breaking
them.
new ground.
Exactly. I-
Not in the
yeah.
most impressive way to take up the first map against CCSU, but still a perfectly valid one.
Honestly, a win is a win. We take
A
They
those.
win
were
is a win.
incredibly
Exactly.
formidable. They flexed. Did you notice how much they flexed?
They played every
yeah.
hero in the game.
They did play a lot. Their flex DPS was just going crazy, bringing out the Genji.
They played an
Junkrat.
Ashe. They played a Bastion. They played a Doomfist even.
They
They
played
played a
Doomfist at the
Genji.
end.
They played a Hanzo. I know that. They played a
Mhm.
Junkrat. They played a McCree. They played a Mei at some point.
Yeah, they
Did
brought
they
out
play
the
a
Tor.
Reaper? I know they did
I
Torb,
think they did
Soldier,
Torb, Soldier,
Symmetra, Widow. They played everything.
Yes.
Everything.
They have a GM player, but he's GM in all three roles. I think that's what makes them so formidable is how much they can flex and
Was
switch
the
up comps and switch up heroes.
Was the Sim the GM?
It was.
I think so.
What was his name?
Yeah, J Burn was the
J. Burn.
Yeah.
player with
Mhm.
4,000 on
Yeah.
each.
He peaked at 4430 SR.
J Burn, their flex TPS, really showing his prowess on so many different heroes.
You took the question right
real.
out of my mouth. I was gonna, ask you, kind of what was your strategy when you go against somebody who has really an absolute massive bag full of heroes that they can kind of pick anything, in any situation.
I put together a deep dive, a little Google Docs
Mhm.
displaying their ranks and stuff and what heroes they play, and I made a note at the top before the game even started, like a day before the game started, that they are flexers. They play everything, and that's exactly what we saw.
See, Paul's out here making stress for everything. This is why we rely on him.
And it was very hard to handle. We did better. We capped points.
Correct.
We capped the first point on King's Row and Rialto.
And although you didn't cap the point on Volskaya, the way you played around the map was really impressive and showed a lot of discipline, a lot of knowledge of the map.
We went over Volskaya yesterday.
For our VOD review, yeah.
Mhm.
Me and Paul, we were there.
employed
We
the strats.
were told to be careful of open space. Open space is what's drilled in our head by Steven.
And Bastion, one of the most dangerous heroes to go against when you're in that open space. So definitely.
Someone called what they ran a troll comp.
Yeah,
just because it is Bastion, but I wouldn't. I think it was just a.
But it felt as though they actually practiced that the entire time.
Yeah, they did look very practiced on it.
They looked ready.
They weren't using the Bastion as a playmaker. They were just using him to control space, to absorb pressure, to let their sim just go in and deal so much damage.
That's
with a full
1,000% true.
100%.
Yeah, it
was like the nasty flank that she took on Volskaya.
Oh yeah, on
just
the right.
fucking melted.
Yeah, she just took out 2, teleported, then took out the other 2. Like that was disgusting.
Yeah, definitely strong performance there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, really strong way to end out the season against such a undefeated team.
Undefeated team.
True.
Yeah, no longer undefeated on all maps. Now just match record. But still a really great way to end the season against a formidable opponent where you can learn a lot more from those matches and bring the experience into the next season. Hopefully make it into another playoff run.
Yep.
Very exciting to have seen you guys make it all the way to the top 16 teams.
Yeah, and there's more competition to come. A lot more.
We
hopefully.
all as a team have just been gradually getting better and better, as you saw from the beginning. And I feel as though like once we get into next semester and we keep the players that we have, we can actually make it to playoffs and even get past that point that we are right now.
With just a little more luck with the seeding.
A little more luck with the seeding, yes. maybe a bye or two. Who knows?
Yeah. The plan is to be any team but 16th and 17th seed.
Exactly.
Because then you don't have to go against the first seed.
And at the very least, some of us, I hope, walk away with some clips because that's what matters.
That's all that matters.
That is the most
The
important
clip's
thing.
always a big flex to come out of any game with.
And I can't believe I got to play the game. That is
You were hitting a lot of nice shots on both Ash and Widowmaker, I will say.
Thank you. We all did really well. It fell apart at the end. People get a little tilted, but even towards the end, we did miles better than we would have a couple months ago.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I have to say the caliber of play is just much higher. I was talking about it earlier, and I'm excited to see where everybody in the team as well. A lot of the members are sticking around, so a lot of room to growth. So it's definitely an upward trend I see in the future.
Thank you. I see it too as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, excited to keep watching.
Orbits, do you have anything else to ask, or are we gonna wrap it up for the night? 10:42. So
I think that
yeah,
Man's gonna sleep.
brings it all up here. Thank you, both of you guys, for coming in and talking about how you felt about that game. I appreciate it. Congrats on making it this far. Unfortunately, it ends here, but it's been a great season, and I had a great time watching.
We gave them a run for their money.
Yeah,
we did.
Thank you guys for that.
You did make them have to earn it, which was great to see out of a 16th seed going against the undefeated team. I cannot press that enough.
I hate it.
Undefeated, now Arcadia picking up a map on them. Cannot
Easy
press
clap.
that enough.
It really is that simple. It just feels natural. I can't help but not.
See, next time, Paul, all you gotta do is just click
people.
heads more. That's your problem. It's your fault. That's all you
That's
lost.
my
Just click heads more.
Yeah, I saw a lot of body shot kills showing up in the kill feed.
Yeah, sorry.
A little disappointed with you.
Unfortunately, Sigma can't headshot, so.
See, exactly.
So we'll
I just
never
need big
know
focus.
just how many headshots Ronald really is getting that we don't know about.
Hey, when I swing my hammer, I aim for the head.
True. Should have aimed for the head.
Well, thank you everybody for joining us in this post-series interview, but we will be wrapping it up shortly. So appreciate it again, both Paul and Ronald. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Look forward to watching more Overwatch later on. But that will be the end of our stream tonight. Unfortunately, 3-1 in favor of CCSU will be the final score of this series. And and Orbits on the casting desk. Thank you so much, Maxwell, for joining me. It was a great cast. That's all the stream we have for you tonight. Make sure you hit the follow button. Drop a couple subs if you're interested. We do have some emotes. Stay tuned for all kinds of further esports action that'll be coming to you later on throughout the years and years to come. I appreciate all the support, and thank you everybody for showing up.
I have a note.
Go for it, Paul.
If you have Amazon Prime, you can link your Twitch to your Amazon Prime account, and then you can get a free subscription to any Twitch channel you like. And I think it only makes sense to use that Twitch Prime subscription on Esports Arcadia, twitch.tv/esports Arcadia.
That is very factual.
Did you guys get more emotes?
I'm getting word that if we have 100 subs, that's a lot, I know, but if we have 100 subs by the spring season, Arcadia takes it the whole way.
That's insane.
This is breaking news, guys. I think you need to sub. We could just take the season if we have 100 subs. So I know I'm gonna link my account so I can get a sub, and I think you guys should do the same.
Dang, maybe I should do the same. Except I used it on XQC 2 days ago.
Unfortunate.
How unfortunate.
Thank you everybody for tuning in. Appreciate all the support.
Twitch Prime.
Thank you again. Yeah, Twitch Primes if you have them. But that will be the end of our broadcast here. Again, I am Orbits. Thank you again, Maxwell, for joining me, and have a good night, everybody.
Yeah, we will see you on the next stream, whichever game that might be.